This is the Nathan, Nat and Shaun podcast.
So while we're on holidays, we're letting our team members pick for their podcast.
Yep.
So who we got now?
Oh, well, I don't actually know how we got a chance to do this. Sam.
But he does put the digital into digital content producer.
Hi, Sam.
Welcome,
Hi,
Sam.
How are you?
Sam, did you put your hand up to do this, did you?
No.
No, he's forced.
Nobody that is...
We kind of got, roped
Nobody
into
that is
it.
doing this has put their hand up to do this. Let's be clear. You've told me so many times every day is like Christmas.
It's a joy to work here,
Working with us, and you said that you see radio done to the highest level.
We don't want to put words in your
High
mouth,
is
but...
the right word.
So it must be like a Miss Maud smorgasbord
Yeah.
to choose
So
from.
just remember,
Absolutely.
Sam chose all of these.
You're about to hear us get recruited. That's right. The Jump Street program is kicking off in Perth. And they're looking for the youngest people to go into high schools as police officers. And we've been
unexpected,
selected.
specially selected. And we went straight to the top of that selection.
did.
Be Police Commissioner Col Blanch. And we're also joined by First Class Constable Damien Keeley. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning.
Thanks,
Hello,
guys.
Damien. No, Damien, this is the first time you're meeting the Commissioner.
That is correct. It's the first time.
Yeah.
Definitely feeling the nerves.
Yeah,
It's like
I
a
know.
first date, isn't it? You are super nervous about that, aren't you, Damien?
Nervous than I was last week here.
Yeah, when you came in.
Yeah.
Well, we invited Damien back in because we saw his guns there on show,
Yes.
Commissioner, and we thought, mate, this is frontline police officing.
Officing.
This is frontline police work at its best.
Is this a specimen of police?
Oh,
or-
my
I mean,
God,
have
it
a look
is.
at
It's
it.
a fine specimen,
my
isn't
thing
he?
about it, and people would have, but will show his arms today to objectify him. But is there a special squadron in the police force for gladiator type officers? Because really, if they rock up to a situation and you see the Avengers,
It's going to be resolved quickly.
Like, because I know police officers can come in all shape and sizes. It's
Yes.
an amazing thing about the police force. But like, are we thinking maybe we can get?
Well, I think that's the best thing about policing. You get to choose your own adventure. And certainly there's plenty of spots for people with massive arms like Damien.
Have you thought about getting a uniform specially for Damien with more elastic in the sleeves?
Nat,
because
listen, just so you know,
it's about to rip off.
people like Damien choose tight shirts. They want to look massive.
Also, there are bigger sleeves.
I know that.
Isn't it appropriate when Damien rocks up for to solve a crime when he flexes his muscles and then his shirt and pants just rip off like he's a stripper?
Well, look, it's a crime prevention strategy. A lot of people look at Damien and go, I'm not going there. That's not what I'm going to argue with.
For sure. Now, Commissioner, there's a lot of different areas in the police force that I don't know if a lot of people know about, but I know a couple of my mates have just gone through all kinds of different areas because and you do apply for different positions as well. So there's jobs within
And
the
you can
force.
move around, yeah?
Yeah, and what I do, I talk to the recruits. So every recruit we get. I mean, obviously today I'm going to talk about the Career Expo. That's
Yes.
on Saturday at 10 a.m. But what police get to do is, again, choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
So I always say to them, you've got about 5 years at the start of your career to try everything.
Yep.
Give everything a crack. But certainly frontline policing is where it's at. You've got to learn those communication skills. You've got to talk to the public.
Yep.
You've got to have fun with people
Yep.
that you're dealing with. But then start looking at specialist places, whether it's dogs, horses, helicopters, diving, gang crime, detectives. You can do anything and everything.
What
but
about
do a
like
bit of everything.
undercover? Like,
Undercover surveillance. You can follow people around
You can.
wearing shorts and thongs your entire, for a good 4
Really?
years.
I don't think you can go undercover.
hey,
Nathan.
undercover, right? Undercover, does undercover happen in Perth?
Yes,
Yes,
it
it
does.
does.
Yeah.
I didn't think because Perth seems so small. I feel like someone would
Everybody
know someone.
knows one another.
Well, that's right. Can I tell you a quick story?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you
Go,
one.
Kel.
Yeah.
We send police officers, WA police officers, overseas undercover. So we've sent an undercover officer to Kenya, as an example, to work
That would
with
have stuck out, wouldn't they?
Believe it or not, when Australians turn up to major drug communications in another country, they don't think they're the police. They always think the Americans are the cops. And they go, oh, well, an Aussie's here, particularly
Yeah.
a West
They're
Aussie.
just here to drink.
This joker from WA, there's no way he's a cop. And we are. And we've actually arrested people on behalf of the United States because of our good undercovers in Western Australia.
Amazing.
Cole, on the different areas of the police work, where did you start and what other kind of interesting ones have you done? Because TRG, I know a mate lives down the street, he's in the TRG, and that sounds to me like, wow, that's full on.
Yeah, and look, that's why I'm wearing this jacket, because I'm actually massive like Damien.
You are. You're
You're
90% abs.
Yeah, correct. Now, look, I was actually a Victorian police officer. So I was a West Australian originally, but I moved back before school finished. So I became a Victorian officer. But I went to a place called the Australian Crime Commission for about 15 years. So I had the best opportunity. I got to fly around the world. I got to work with partner agencies all around the world. I got to work with or arrest lots of organised criminals, drug traffickers.
Right.
So I've had a wonderful career, magnificent career. But I learnt as a leader, it's not about you. You know, you've got to actually build capacity in really good people and have great police officers. And one thing in WA which we pride ourselves on is our ability to work with our community and have their trust and respect, because solving crime is done more by the community than the police, meaning that they come to us and they say, this is how we can help you.
Yeah.
I've helped the police out before.
So the help from community is everything. And that's probably the best thing I've learnt in my entire career is keep the community on side and you actually will be a good police officer.
Talking about good police officers, Damien, why did you become a cop? What was your calling? Is it like when, someone hears God?
Yeah.
It's a tough question. I think it defaults to everyone's answer where you just want to be part of the community, a positive effect, make a difference, that kind of stuff. Be around people.
Yep.
You've got different sceneries, different avenues of career. The world's your oyster. You've got so many options. And I enjoy it. I've never changed job. And
This is
it's something that you can
Police
start.
for life.
early on.
What age did you start?
I started at the age of 25. So I already had,
So you knew early on.
Yeah.
But that's the
But
amazing
there's
thing
lots
about
of people switching careers into the police force, aren't there?
Yeah, well, look, I started in my teens, but certainly today, what used to be a 40-year career is probably a 10 to 15-year career now. A lot of people swapping, coming in and out. We're getting a lot of mature age.
TikTok.
Yeah.
Fault.
But I think both of those things are good. It's good to have 18-year-olds, but it's also good to have 30-year-olds come in because it's quite a good mix.
Yeah,
And there's quite a distinct career path, right? So you start off frontline policing, you can end up Commissioner of Police, and then the Governor, as it turns out. Is that where your next move might be, Cole?
I'm the Stephen Bradbury of policing because all of my bosses either got another job or got the sack or, something really bad happened to them.
I love it.
Yeah, but I think the last one is the best. He became the governor, so I'm now the commissioner. But I think that does speak to the opportunities in policing. But I do say this to every cop I speak to. No one tells a war story about a meeting you went to as a commissioner. All your war stories about your first 5 years on the street, going into houses, talking to people. So don't forget the best time of your life, and that is when you're on the front line.
This is a podcast of Nathan, Nat, and Shaun.
I know, a lot of people who have moved out of the force in recent times, their stories are still fantastic. And this probably goes to you, Damon. When you're starting off in the police force, and Cole, you might be able to jump in on this, you're not doing it for the money. So is there a chance with the state government respecting the position that you have to be able to make sure you're getting paid at a level where people go, apart from the fact that I am passionate about the job, but I'm getting the right pay
I can still
for
pay
it.
the mortgage,
Yeah. So I'll ask you, Damo, first. That's a hard one.
Yeah. Look, it's not something I have control of. Obviously, everyone wants more money.
That's why he's applying to become a Casanova.
I'm here week to week. I might as well work. You don't join this job for the money. You join it for your inner passion and desires and
making a real difference.
That's exactly
Being
right.
fulfilled.
Yeah. You don't get the same fulfillment that you'll get from many other jobs, and it's something that you can really grow and move forward, not only in the career but as a person and who you are, and see what happens in the real world out there.
I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but I hear that someone in the room's up for a promotion next week. Cole?
I think
It's none of us.
No, there's only one person that may be looking for a sergeant position, which we actually just had a quick chat before we came on about the importance of a sergeant role in the police.
Yeah, tell us.
And again, it becomes all about being a good leader, because when I leave the police force at the end of my career, every police officer that's left should be far better than I ever was. That's how you build capacity in a good police force. Because I look now at these young coppers, God, they're good. They're fantastic. They're professional. They're tolerant. None of the things I was as a young police officer.
And also a wave of friendliness as well. I feel like, they really are being very, of late, very personable and approachable, which is what you need for your police, because in your most dire times, that's when you need them.
Yeah.
It is, and that goes to the question about, money and police officers. We want to keep them in the job. And you have to keep them in the job from a good wage. But I say the point of difference for police, and I can answer that question that Damien probably didn't want to, is that when you are in your worst day and you do make that phone call at 3 a.m, there's generally one cohort and one cohort only that's out there, and that is the police.
That's true.
That's right.
So we've got to keep people attracted to
Yeah.
this job by paying them an amount that makes them want to be working at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
on a Sunday morning when no one else
100%.
wants to work.
Yeah,
100%.
And seeing the
absolutely.
worst of humanity as well
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
other thing.
yeah.
You know, the stuff that our police officers have to deal with. No, they deal with it because we don't want to. It's extraordinary.
All right, before we let you go, Damien, everyone wants to know how much can you bench? Like, do you have a number, or is it just you just
He
lift,
has a number.
you just
All of it
lift
plus
things?
more. All of it plus more.
I reckon he could bench you, Sean.
Oh, easy, yeah, for sure.
All right, we'll do that. We'll do a video of that.
And the Careers Expo is this Saturday,
gonna
so
hold me.
10 till 2 at the WO Police
I'm
Academy
intrigued.
in Joondalup, where people can go and check out everything that's on offer, basically.
Everything's going to be there. So 10 a.m., even if you've just watched the police show and you thought that's a little bit interesting, come down, have a look, talk to massive gun people like Damien and others.
Just even come and look at them.
You'll see the helicopter, drones in the box. You'll see canine unit, the dogs.
Yeah.
You'll
Ask
see
to see his bazooka.
a dog robot. There is everything. And there's something for everyone. Come down, please, just have a look. And we might slip a application in front of your face. And
Yeah,
make you join up.
Good on you, Col.
And by the end of it, you don't realise you're in the academy.
Nathan, Nat, and Sean is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au. Nova.